rebuilding trust from a neuroscience perspective. How would you like to summarize it for our BrainWise friends before we go into a few of our reflection questions?
I think the summary is that trust it takes a long while. You've heard this old adage before. It takes a long while to build up and then can go down in seconds. I think one of the things we haven't talked about yet is when you start off with somebody and you've got over the initial engagement with them, and so you're now starting to work. A good partner of mine once said, you have to make a decision. Is your trust bucket full or is your trust bucket empty? And it's a lovely metaphor. And he said, a more enjoyable, positive way of life is to assume that the trust bucket is full to start with. Now, it's like the old milk pails. When you walk along, you're going to slop some of it out and you're going to lose some of it en route. But what do you do to keep that trust bucket full all the time? It's a maintenance process. We're all so busy these days that we can forget to call somebody that we used to call on a more regular basis. Now, has that caused the trust bucket to lose some of its liquid? So I find it a useful metaphor to have in my head. Where is my trust bucket? Is it full? Is it half empty? Is it laying on its side, letting all the water or milk flow out?
Mm-hmm. No, it's a great analogy, great metaphor, because it does give a good context for the trust equation, right? The higher the trust equation number, the higher the bucket, or the fuller the bucket is, right? The lower it is, the more empty it is. And of course, the higher it can be, the better the relationship's going to be. So how can we intentionally on the front end go into relationships and consistently demonstrate actions and keep our word, be reliable, essentially, so that way the bucket can always stay full? Because it is such a better feeling to have a trustful relationship than one that is mired with untrust.
Yep. So that's the trust bucket metaphor is my sort of summary of the last two discussions we've had.